Hey there, Courtney here. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. I'm here today to talk to you about what it means to go natural or to age natural. And I thought I would also, since I do a lot of financial blogging and health blogging, I would align that with how that aligns with my financial goals. And I may talk a little bit about yoga therapy since I'm a yoga therapist, and a lot of you follow me on here for that. You may hear some background noise. I have someone working in the house, and I've sequestered myself in the office because of COVID, and so we're staying away from each other. So the first thing about going natural is at the age of 48, and many of you who watch me hear this all the time, but in case this is your first time with me, I had some health problems that got really exacerbated, and it became, for a while, I didn't know if it was life or death. I had about a 6 month journey of trying to find out what was wrong with me. It looked very bad, and it turned out that it wasn't as bad as we thought. It's a heart condition and rheumatoid arthritis, and I have been able to turn that around with what I wanted to do. So I had metabolic syndrome or insulin sensitivity. I had 2 leaky valves and high pressure in my aorta. I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. I already had Hashimoto's thyroiditis, and I still have the growths in my neck, but I have been able to lose almost 30 pounds and completely change my health. And so a lot of that started with my journey to be healthier, fitter, and to be more natural as I reached 50, which I will turn 50 in a few weeks. So let's talk about what I'm doing. So with my diet, I have gone completely plant-based, whole foods plant-based, no oil. I don't eat sugar. I do eat a little bit of salt, but as far as processed foods, I reduce the salt, and I'm cognizant of reducing my salt intake. I never get the daily requirement of sodium when I track, and I don't track obsessively, but I used to track obsessively, and I'll go in every once in a while and do a couple of days of tracking just to make sure that I'm not, off somewhere. So I eat fruits, vegetables, non-starchy vegetables like potatoes, sweet potatoes. I eat grains. Today I'll tell you what I had for lunch. It's a weird combination because I just had to grab what was left over. I had a little bit of vegan lasagna left over that I made with tofu and spinach. And I had some acorn squash, a cup of mushroom soup, all natural, and a little baby orange. And I'm having some chai tea right now with a pinch of stevia and soy milk. So I eat a clean, all natural diet, minimal processed foods, no meat, no dairy, no animal products. And I had already lost, on a low carb, clean diet, I had already lost quite a bit of weight. And if you're watching me for the first time, you may not know, but since going whole food plant-based, no oil, I have lost another 16 pounds. So I am healthier and thinner now than I have been in a long time, like since my 20s. So with my hair, I don't know if you can tell, but I did not know what my hair, I had been just getting highlights for years, never all over color. And my hair had gotten really blonde from just the repetitive highlights. And when I had all these diagnoses, I thought, and COVID hit, I thought the best thing to do is just go natural. So I had my hairdresser match my roots to a semi-permanent color that would wash out as I grew it out. And so as far as I know, I'm as close to natural as possible, but I do start to notice that I'm getting a little bit more ashy and gray. And this year I plan to not color my hair at all. I do reserve the right to change my mind, and I think everyone should. And that's another thing. When I talk to people about aging naturally, I get a lot of pushback, and I don't want women to feel like it's a judgment call. I could change my mind. I don't do I'm not doing hair color. I'm not doing any kind of treatments or anything like that. But that is totally a personal choice. You do you, and I support you in that. I'm just telling you the things I do because some of them may work for you. The other thing so I talked about hair, so I'm just letting it grow in. I don't know what it's going to look like. I've just gone to plain natural nails. Number one, I don't like doing my nails, and right now I don't feel safe going into the salon. I have one time. My salon was very careful. They have plastic around every booth. You stick your hand through a little area, and they do it through that area with plexiglass. So I do feel safer, but I've been trying to avoid it. I just cut my nails, file them. I may put on clear coat sometimes, but most of the time I don't. And I'm just wearing natural nails. Makeup, I am still wearing makeup. I already didn't wear a lot, but I have reduced it down to only days when I leave the house. And I've consciously started taking the time to make my schedule where I only go days I go to work, I put on makeup. If I'm home, I don't. And a lot of times, I don't even care if I go out in public without makeup, it's fine. But I do work, and so I just use as much natural makeup as possible. It is very challenging to find clean makeup without chemicals. I use a lot of Neutrogena and Burt's Bees and organic makeup where I can find it. I just try to minimize my makeup use as much as possible. On products, I try to buy as natural products as possible. That is not always the case. I just do the best I can to look that they're cruelty free, that they don't have sulfates and petroleum in them. Sometimes I am not able to find what I need, so I'll use something that I know works. But again, I try to minimize that. I'm not perfect. Supplements, I have reduced my supplement consumption greatly because I am eating a whole food plant-based diet. So I take what is recommended for vegans, which I take a multi with iron, and I take a B12 supplement. And because of COVID, and I did have COVID, I'm taking some other things like D3, the B and the zinc, and magnesium as well. And so all of this helps me. I also work out at home. I walk, I do HIIT, I do stretching, yoga, meditation at home. I do not have to go to a gym or anything like that. So I don't do any Botox or fillers on my face, no surgeries or anything like that. So I'm just trying to age as natural as possible, and we'll see how it goes. But it supports my as a yogi, a person who practices yoga, philosophy, and lifestyle, it supports the fact that I believe in trying to be content with myself to the best of my ability, trying to appreciate myself, trying to be disciplined, to exercise. If you follow yoga and you know the first two tenets of yoga are the yamas and the niyamas, the moral observances and the external observances, the way you behave. So trying to be more natural is just more in line with my philosophy, my ethical philosophy as a yogi. Also, my financial philosophy, which is we are trying to pay the house off this year, save as much money as possible. My husband retires in 2.5 years part time, and in 5 years to full time retirement. And we are trying to save as much money as possible. And so, not buying all those extra things, not coloring my hair, not eating meat or expensive meals out, not having my nails fancily done, or buying a lot of makeup or products or supplements or processed foods supports my goals in being as natural as possible. I look on Instagram and Pinterest at other women who are aging naturally, or I say aging gracefully, and women that like Meryl Streep who are aging naturally, to feel encouraged to do so. So I hope this is helpful to you. Thank you so much for following me, and I'd love to hear from any of you that are aging naturally and how you are doing that. What does that look like in your life? Because quite honestly, there is not a lot of information out there about it. Bye, y'all. Have a great day. Thank you.